is Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. And a fine Wednesday afternoon to you.
Well, yeah, happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. And hopefully it's flying by for you or blowing through. Here, it's pretty windy here in the state of Colorado this afternoon. It's quite blustery.
Indeed, it is. But here's what we've got for you. The Dow is not really blowing all that much. It depends on what news source you look at. Otherwise, one of the headlines is investors are getting all worried about Trump. Here's the real activity.
They're getting all worried about?
That's what they said. Now, remember, investors have been investing heavily because of Trump.
Okay.
But again, it depends on where you're getting your news. But here's what doesn't lie. The Dow is currently 35 points down, 36 points down, which is just about 0.18%. So not even, 1/5 of 1% down for the 20,054 points. Sorry. My tongue gets wrapped around my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying.
What did you say?
I don't know. Dow's down by 36 points.
Okay.
But the NASDAQ is up 8.5 points and the Standard & Poor's up 1.5 points. So that's what's going on. Alibaba is making some pretty big gains today. They're up 2.81%, trading at 103.66. And Under Armour, Twitter, both up more than 2.5%. And both are averaging right around $18 and change in their shares as well.
All right. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on with you?
What's going on with me?
Yes.
I went to the dollar store recently.
You did?
I did.
And?
I did. I bought a calendar.
You bought a calendar?
I bought a calendar.
You know, I know you. You're very organized. You like calendars, and so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, I think a lot of things at the dollar store. Do you remember going to the dollar store your first time? If you were like me, I was in awe at the dollar store. Like, is this $1? Is this is $1?
Everything's $1.
This is $1?
That's $1.
Right? And in many cases, you know exactly what you're getting. It makes sense of what you're getting. If you look at some of the items, the product items, maybe they're a little bit smaller in quantity.
Sure.
And so it kind of makes sense. Some of the cleaning products look deceptively like the brand I'm used to buying in the store, but turns out it's not so much, but it looks
surprise
at glance, right? and so most of the thing, and I think the dollar store is pretty impressive. We have a dollar store in Highlands Ranch that I think that the folks in there do a really great job of keeping the place clean and organized, and it's very tidy, and they're super nice and super friendly to work with.
Sure.
Great place to get greeting cards, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. But about a calendar, and I'm thinking, what can you do to a calendar that would lessen the value of a calendar, right? You can't really. It's paper,
right?
It's got pictures, it's got dates. Unless the dates are wrong. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, what's the difference between a $1 calendar and like a $15 calendar? And I'm talking a wall calendar. One you would just hang up on your wall. So
I think I know.
Do you think you know?
I think I do. Does it have to do with the number of staples you get in the calendar?
There are probably less staples in the calendar. There's 2. I don't know how much a regular calendar, but the paper, it's like rice paper. This paper is so thin. But again, it's just going to hang on my wall. No big deal.
Right.
But what else shocked me in my dollar calendar, of course, it's a Mickey Mouse calendar, so we got a little picture of Mickey in the calendar. I mean, what other things could they do to make a dollar calendar cheaper than like I said, a $15 calendar?
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe you use the same picture twice.
Oh no!
So you get the same one in January.
January and June are the same.
And June are the same picture. Here a couple of times. I'm like, there's a Minnie Mouse. February and November
and it looks
are
like it's
the same picture.
In cheap colors too. It's not
right. I just was shocked.
Colors.
I'm like, so they repeat the pictures, and the paper is super super thin. I just thought it was funny because when you unwrap it, it seems really sturdy.
Yeah.
There's a piece of cardboard in it.
Oh, sure.
For the wrapping. So you take the plastic wrap off and you take the cardboard out. I mean, and this thing is like wiggly, wobbly, woo.
So you get what you pay for. Is that what I'm hearing?
I guess so. But it was, it's still pretty cute calendar. It's still pretty Mickey Mouse. But in my head, I thought, what can you do? It's calendar. Yeah. It's paper.
Apparently.
12 different pictures.
It is the paper.
Maybe not 12. But.
No. 6 pictures twice. All right. Got a couple of things happening in the mail today, or the news today, and I want to share this because I got an email, actually a fan brag for one of the folks in our fan bragging contest at experiencepros.com that correlates with something in a headline in the news. Headline in healthcareitnews.com: cyber criminals deploy malware for half of successful cyber attacks, so says an IBM study. Breaches rose in a number last year and continued causing operational, financial, and reputational damage to healthcare organizations, as if they don't have enough to do, right? With the whole Obamacare thing and it's open season to renew, all of it, right? 48% of successful healthcare cyber attacks result from a criminal gaining access to a system or data by injecting malicious content. That's the beginning headline. And this is a fairly technical stuff that goes on. It says 19% of successful healthcare cyber attacks gain unauthorized access through manipulation of system data structures, etc. So you've heard of the ransomware?
Yes.
Yeah, we've talked about that on the program a number of times. This comes in, it was by way of a fan brag for a company that is South Seas Data that's participating in our contest. The person who wrote this says this: below is the actual file from our server. There were thousands of these, each with an HTML file, the plain text file above, and for a fee. You can get the key required to unlock them. Maybe. Can you trust them? It's huge long. But let me just read the begin. What happened to your files? This is what the malware now says. When you open up a file, this comes up. What happened to your files? All of your files were protected by a strong encryption crypto wall. More information about this encryption key can be found here. What does it mean? It means that the structure of the data within your files has been irrevocably changed. How did it happen? Especially for you, our server was generated the secret key code, the pair that goes with the key. What should you do? If you don't take the necessary measures for the specific time under the conditions for obtaining the private key will be changed. In other words, we have the key. We've protected your information. And if you don't pay us, the key will be changed.
It seems odd that somebody who stole from you would also let you know that, but we're protecting it and it's all good. Like conflict of information happening here.
Yeah. Alas, if you don't take the necessary measures for the specified time, the key will be changed. If you really value your data, don't waste valuable time searching for other solutions because they do not exist. Folks, our friends over at South Seas Data have a different answer for you. You can get your content and information back. There's a lot of IT folks in our directory who can also help you with that. But this came out of today's news and today's fan break that I thought, wow. It's
in real time, and there are definite steps that we can take to protect ourselves. But there are people that are actively, aggressively pursuing, digging in, getting our information and holding it ransom, which is
crazy,
which is pretty freaky. To think about that, to know that It's that simple.
Now, this is not ransomware, but you might be interested in it. The government is actually holding millions of dollars in unclaimed retirement money. Did you know that? Unclaimed retirement money when you're saving for retirement.
I wasn't trying to get my retirement money yet, so I wouldn't know about that.
The amount is, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars out there, millions of dollars. One person in Texas owed $395,000 from the federal government. Not an uncashed lottery ticket. It's money left behind for somebody who forgot the account existed or, more likely, may have died before claiming it, in which case it awaits for his or her heirs. Interesting stuff. We'll follow up again with more information on that. Shout out to our friends on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us on our BeLive.tv broadcast. We appreciate you. If you'd like to join the conversation, go ahead and comment, and we'll add your comments to the program. Back after these messages, you're listening to Angel and Eric.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Eric and I are proud to introduce you to our new sponsor, Peak Advisors.
Our friends Michael Wallace and Bruce Paterka are a couple of great guys who can help you grow your business. They're certified QuickBooks professionals, and they make QuickBooks work for you and your small business. What's more, these guys are CFOs. They really understand business. I was blown away when I saw how they teach clients to make their businesses more profitable using QuickBooks.
But here's a newsflash. The IRS changed its rules for 1099s. Those forms that all business owners have to fill out for their vendors and subcontractors that they pay more than $600. The new deadline is January 31st. 28 days sooner than last year. Michael and Bruce can show you how QuickBooks makes this whole process a whole lot easier and faster. I trust these guys with my wallet.
Go right now to peak2017.com or call 303-801-4772. Again, that's peak, P-E-A-K, 2017.com or 303-801-4772.
Do you have serious dental problems that are affecting your self-esteem and peace of mind? Do you know that the health of your mouth can affect your overall health? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here to let you know that we can help you. We have many patients who travel great distances to see us for their dentistry. That's because we offer total dental solutions, which means we can handle all aspects of your dental care without sending you from doctor to doctor to doctor, which can add significant time and cost to your treatment. We can often do in one day what might take weeks or even months in other offices. Are you afraid of the dentist? We can do your dentistry while you're sleeping. Wouldn't it be nice to take a pill and wake up with your dentistry done? So if you've been putting off taking care of your complex dental problems, call Barrett's Dental today for a free consultation. I promise we'll take great care of you. But don't take my word for it. Check out our reviews on Google.
Call Barrett's Dental today at 303-502-5527 or visit us on the web at denverdentist.com.
Hi, this is Andrew Stone. After I was injured in a rear-end collision in Boulder, I called attorney Jeremy Cave for help. I can honestly say Jeremy worked day and night to get me what I was entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy puts the personal in personal injury. He relieved me of stress and was there for me every step of the way. Cave Law understands that many of you who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. I found it with Cave Law. I think it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury. Call Jeremy Cave today at 720-213-3737. Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation, 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737 or check out his brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today, 720-213-3737.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now. I feel physically better, emotionally better than ever. Bypass surgery, and made no secret now about my recovery from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that happened to me in these last couple years was meeting physician MD and my great family friend, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life, and so many others.
Are you struggling with low energy and a widening waistline? Are you having trouble sleeping? If you exercise, has your exercise stopped making you stronger and leaner? Have you lost your drive, your motivation, and your zest for life? Get into Synergenics Denver and let us measure your metabolism, your hormones, your brain health, and physical fitness, and we'll get things working right again.
I know you become a fan of Dr. McCallan, the physicians at Synergenics. Call 720-387-3681. Speak to her executive assistant, Jackie. Arrange for a free 20-minute phone call with one of the docs. A 20-minute gift that will change your life. 720-387-3681. 720-387-3681. Or visit Synergenics-Denver.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do appreciate you for tuning in to this home of the most positive business talk show in America. And just to follow up on that last story, if you feel maybe the government's holding some money that may be relative or maybe even yourself are owed, and you just haven't picked it up, there's lots of different places you can go. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation for banks that were closed between 1989 and 93, the National Credit Union Administration, the U.S. Treasury. You might even start with the Secretary of State, because they hold the local funds for various accounts that may or may not be unclaimed.
Every now and then they do a posting to remind people that there's all this unclaimed money and where to go in your state to find out if your name's on a list of an account, a deed, something that came to fruition.
Right.
And so it's probably a good idea once in a while to just double check that. And there's a lot of people out there that have money coming to them and you don't even realize. It's like better than the lottery. Of course, sometimes it might just be, $12. So
it might be.
All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the deadly sins of managers.
Deadly sins of managers?
Mm-hmm. You've heard the 7 deadly sins, right?
I know gluttony is one of them.
You know one of them. Well, none of these are those. So we're going to start all over. So according to Suhan Patel on Inc.com, he says there are deadly sins that managers and employees are making when it comes to communication, and that there are 7 of them probably keeping you from gaining trust, employee engagement, and improving morale with your employees. They say it's a big deal that if you don't have great communication with your employees, you can say goodbye to engagement, productivity, and retention.
No doubt.
And here's the thing is 1 out of every 3 employees are disengaged at work.
Yep.
So you have 3 employees, look to the left, look to the right. One of you is disengaged. And management is one of the top reasons cited for lack of engagement in the workplace. So are you making any of these deadly sins? Be honest.
All right.
And then if so, take some action for the better.
Sin number 1, focusing on weaknesses. You are weak in this area, and I would like to tell you about your weak.
Are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Right? Here's the thing. We have our annual reviews, or we bring them in for regularly scheduled one-on-ones where we talk about their weaknesses.
Yes.
And we think, okay, well, if we point out their weaknesses, they're going to get better at that. But most of the time it's our weakness for a reason. And maybe we're not in the right job description. Maybe we, haven't been set up for success. And so even though we label and we think that, pointing out weaknesses is an opportunity,
yep.
Brain science actually reveals that we do not learn or grow the most in our areas of weakness. Our area of weakness will always be our area of weakness.
Yeah, focus on the strengths and you will see true opportunity for growth.
Sin number 2, disregarding professional development. A survey conducted by Deloitte found that 2/3 of millennials have plans to leave their employers soon because there's no professional development. Like, this is it for you.
People want to feel like there's something tomorrow, something to aspire to, something to grow into, whether it's a promotion or the corner office, a bigger paycheck, or all of the above. And they want to be made to feel like they're useful.
Right? We're talking about the deadly sins of management communication. Sin number 3 is being unapproachable.
there's several reasons why employees may find their managers unapproachable. Some may react negatively to employee complaints or concerns. Some don't allocate enough time for one-on-ones. Some take too long to respond to employee questions or emails. No matter what it is, if the employee feels like you're unapproachable, guess where they're going?
Someplace else, right?
Else, yeah.
And it could just even be in your body language. You roll your eyes or in a huff and okay, yeah, I guess you want to see me and I'll put away what I'm doing.
People know you're having a rough day.
Right? So to avoid being perceived as an unapproachable manager, here's what's recommended. 1, respond to employee questions in emails as soon as possible. 2, schedule regular team meetings and one-on-ones and encourage honest communication during those sessions. And also avoid canceling scheduled meetings that you have with your employees on the books.
I think that's an important piece. I was had somebody said, "Yeah, I want to meet," and then they canceled, and then I want to come back and reschedule. So I'm happy to reschedule. So we did, and then they canceled, and then they came back and said, "Can we reschedule again?" And I was a little trepidatious about it, but I went ahead and put it in my calendar, and they canceled again and said, "I'll get back to you when next time." And I didn't say it, but I thought, gosh, really? How important is it if it's worth canceling so many different times?
Yeah, obviously.
And I know life happens.
And it does. But this is where, and life does happen.
Sure.
And so when the emergencies truly come up, if we've already kind of taken advantage and used a pass for kind of a pseudo emergency.
It's the little boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have proven that this is not a priority, and therefore trying to get appointment number 4, I think it's going to be hopefully a little more difficult.
Absolutely. Sin number 4, and we're talking about the 7 deadly sins of manager-employee communication and how you can avoid them. Sin number 4: be uninvolved. Some managers see their role as an escalation point. If I'm only going to get involved if you can't solve your problem. But it was Kathy Black, I think, who it was, that said, you know what? By the time it gets up to me, I'm going to give the customer whatever they want anyways. So why don't you handle it here and let me get involved? Let me be involved in the decision-making process.
Well, the problem with the available only when needed approach, they say, is it leaves managers out of the loop on the day-to-day issues that employees are facing. Right. And so, by the time you do want to jump in, it's gotten so far escalated. There's so many details. There's so many moving parts to it. It's going to take forever to catch up. And so while there's an element that you have to be in that escalation point,
right,
you should also be familiar with your employees' day-to-day tasks and projects. They say with regular discussion and participation in the employees' roles, managers are better suited to resolve problems as they arise and kind of nip it in the bud early on. And when that happens, they say in turn, employees will more likely seek the advice of the managers. And I think this is almost like a little catch-22. Do you always want them seeking you out for the little things, right? Maybe they can problem solve, and it's not even so much problem solving with another employee, but even on a project. At what point? How far do you let it go? Do you want to be there micromanaging and hovering over every little detail? No, you don't. And so there's an element of giving them some freedom, holding them accountable, but having some checkpoints built in along the way so it doesn't go so far down the road that they botch up the whole project.
Indeed. All right. Don't exhibit pessimism, right? If you're a boss, don't frown on people and be all pessimistic. And stop with the passive-aggressive communication. That's the wrap-up of your 7 deadly sins. We have to take a quick break. When we come back, more positive business talk. That's what you come to expect here at the Experience Pros Radio Show. Back after these messages.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Kamlick, CNBC. Another record setter for the NASDAQ. The index picked up 8 points to close at a new all-time high of 5,682. The Dow fell 35. The S&P was up 1. Panera Bread hit its own all-time high, rising more than 8% after it said its new ordering kiosks and other technology improvements are paying off. Buffalo Wild Wings 5% higher today, even though sales and profits fell last quarter. Facebook has quietly been closing its Oculus virtual reality pop-ups in Best Buy stores because some of them went months without seeing a customer. Sources say Wells Fargo may eliminate bonuses for its top executives this year, follow-up to last year's phony sales scandal at the bank. Seattle, now the first city to cut ties with Wells Fargo because the bank helped fund the Dakota Access Pipeline. And Nordstrom stock rose almost 4% after President Trump tweeted his anger at the store for dropping his daughter Ivanka's products. I'm Chuck Kamlick, CNBC.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Sangenberger, host of Business for Breakfast on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Running a small business, I know the unique challenges that businesses face in the Colorado marketplace. That expertise, along with great guests from the capital to the backbone of America, make this show get you ready for your business day. So wake up with me at 5 a.m. on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk.
Business for Breakfast with Jimmy Sangenberger on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Life, it's yours to own. When you're considering the purchase or refinance of a home, you want to know that the people helping you are looking out for your best interests, not just the best interest rates. Cheryl Braunschweiger and her team at Nova Home Loans are trusted members of the Experience Pros Network. And yes, they're ready to help you today. Call today, 720-279-5939. That's 720-279-5939. And let Nova Home Loans take care of everything. Life, it's yours to own. Nova Home Loans can help. NMLS ID 3087. During these cold winter months, now is the time parents are wondering how they will help their kids occupy their time without the influence of TV, video games, and the internet this summer. Well, this summer, consider Chile, Colorado camps for your child or teen. Located close to home in Estes Park, Chile, Colorado camps believe that every summer in a young person's life is a window of opportunity. An opportunity to provide meaningful experiences that will nourish their body and spirit. An opportunity to put aside the competitive demands of school and sports. The Chile experience allows your child or teen to get unplugged, enjoy nature, slow down, meet people from around the world, and have fun. At Chile, Colorado camps, your child or teen will go hiking, horseback riding, backpacking, whitewater rafting, and so much more. What better way to discover new strengths without outside pressures or expectations than to get out of the city and come experience camp at Chile, Colorado camps. For more information or to sign up for camp this year, visit Chile.com. That's CHELEY.com.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. I'm in my 70s now, feel physically better, emotionally better than ever. Bypass surgery and made no secret now about my recovery from drugs and alcohol. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that happened to me in these last couple of years was meeting Physician MD and my great family friend, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life, and so many others.
Do you realize that you don't have to just let bad health happen to you? Type 2 diabetes is completely preventable. Most heart disease and dementia are completely preventable as well. Why settle for gaining weight, being tired, getting diabetes and heart disease, and ending up with a broken hip and dementia in the nursing home? Take your health back. Call Cenegenics today and let us help you.
I know you become a fan of Dr. McCallan, the physicians at Cenegenics. Call 720-387-3681. Speak to her executive assistant, Jackie. Arrange for a free 20-minute phone call with one of the docs. A 20-minute gift that will change your life. 720-387-3681. 720-387-3681. Or visit Cenegenics-Denver.com.
How many businesses have been around since 1947? How many have grown thanks to word of mouth, satisfied customers, and decades of experience? Anderson's Vacuum has been Denver's #1 choice for vacuums since 1947. They sell and service all major brands, including Miele, Sebo, and Oreck. Get unmatched personal service and the benefit of an extremely experienced staff. Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood, where you can demo every vacuum, try them out, see what works for you. Online at andersonsvacuum.com.
I can't say that.
But we can. Sometimes you just can't write the words you want to say or find the right words to express your feelings. But we can. We are the right words, the people who help turn your thoughts into words so you can speak your mind. Too shy to ask that special person out? Try us. We're good at that. Love, hate, revenge, laughter. We're the right words, bringing you the words that make saying the hardest things easier. Learn more at therightwords250.com. WRITE. Therightwords250.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG. FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric, home of positive business talk. And I don't know if you have noticed or not, but there's a surprising new world out there, and it seems to, maybe it's not as new as I think it is, but it sure is showing itself in all kinds of colors and spades, where people are offended by everything. Do you notice that?
Everywhere you turn, and it's just being amplified everywhere. And of course, we saw an upsurge of safe places actually popping up, college campuses and all sorts of places around town. Well, our next guest asks this question: are safe spaces ruining an entire generation's ability to cope? He says being protected from life's slings and arrows is nothing new to many of them. As children, they received participation trophies so they didn't feel left out if their athletic prowess was limited. And of course, if their homework provided or proved to be too challenging, their hovering parents swooped in to help or often just do the work for them. How many times was I embarrassed showing up to the science fair with that one? He says it's all part of a trend of making life's path a little too easy for young people, and it's gotten out of hand. Lawrence Kane is a martial arts instructor, also co-author of the book, Dude, the World's Gonna Punch You in the Face. You can find it at stickmanpublications.com, stickmanpublications.com. He says young people are going to experience lots of ups and downs in their lives, just like all generations before them. It's an absolute guarantee, and we aren't doing them any favors when we step in to fix every obstacle they face. The book is Dude, the World's Going to Punch You in the Face. Lawrence Kane, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hey, guys.
Lawrence, talking with you. Lawrence, fantastic having you on board with us. And, you probably couldn't have come at a better time with this particular book on this particular topic, because I think we're in an all-time high of offense, and then people find the most crazy things. I mean, people are offended by the fact that we have a positive business talk show, that we choose positivity instead of focusing on the negativity. What can you offer our young adults, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, millennials, that will? Although I know there's some. Oh, there's some grumpy old people too. That's true. But what can you give to these folks to help them avoid those life-changing mistakes, and if they do, how to get through them?
Well, that's the reason we wrote the book. And as you probably noticed, the title's a little bit salacious. car, you're probably going to appreciate it more. You may be less likely to crash it, and certainly you're not going to expect somebody else to take care of you. And so the big challenge we have with the way a lot of folks are raised is they never learn how to lose. They don't learn how to lose gracefully. They don't learn how to, to compete and actually earn something. They don't learn how to be accountable and responsible. And oftentimes, this really doesn't affect them at all until their first job, where all of a sudden they're not meeting expectations, they're not performing, and they don't understand how to take constructive feedback and ultimately get fired.
Yeah, you think about, like my dad's generation, it was pretty tough. The boss didn't coddle you. You showed up for work, you got your break, and it was, but they didn't want that for their kids. And now it's like we've turned it around. And I think, Lawrence, what do you think about this? I think social media really plays into it, because if you're not a mom that nursed your kids and organic food and showed up for the PTA, you get shamed for that. And so, we want to raise these kids that are more independent and healthy. But as soon as you leave them alone or ask them to do a chore, here come the mommy shamers on social media. And how dare you?
Oh, yeah. Social media is really, really hazardous. I mean, part of it's just, you've seen news about, and I know you guys are positive, I'm going to go slightly negative here, but you've seen news about, rapes that have been live streamed on Facebook and murders and, people who are 5-star recruits to, prestigious universities who put up pictures of them smoking pot.
Right.
In Colorado may be legal, and Washington may be legal, but it's probably not the images that go with a school that isn't one of those states at minimum.
Sure.
Right? All this whole, instantly put your every thought up into social media is really dangerous. It's not that kids really do the same things, don't really do the same things that we did. I mean, heck, if there was a camera following me around at that age, it probably wouldn't have ended well, right? But nobody knows about any of the dumb stuff I did because I didn't put it up on social media. And just taking that 20-second pause to go, if my mom saw this, if my future employer saw this, if, the federal government or some law enforcement agency saw this, should I post it? Just little things like that can help folks from really messing themselves up.
Absolutely. Our guest is Lawrence Kane, and along with Chris Wilder, he wrote the book, Dude, the World's Gonna Punch You in the Face. And Lawrence, tell our listeners, please, where can we get a copy of the book? And I recommend that we buy it, too. Give one to somebody who will be offended that you did.
Well, the easiest place is Amazon, because you can buy everything there. And, if you have a teenager or a young adult in your family, if you hire people like that, the book is designed to be very holistic, but also very easy to read and take action for. We actually spent more time researching how to connect with the audience than we did writing it. It covers everything from work, relationships, leadership, love, violence, all kinds of stuff. Very easy to get through. And can really be life-changing in terms of keeping you from doing those really, experience-altering things, which can lead to being unemployed, being in jail, going through rehab, all the really, really bad stuff. We help you see that coming and avoid it, but we also help you identify opportunities that you can leverage to further yourself as well.
I love it. It's great. Lawrence, thanks so much for being with us today. Lawrence Kane, his co-author, Chris Wilder. The book is Dude, the World's Gonna Punch You in the Face. But the subtitle, what was the subtitle again, Lawrence?
The subtitle is Here's How to Make It Hurt Less.
Here's how to make it hurt less. Well, one of our listeners, listener Nick, former Marine, always a Marine, says loves the title of the book. So you hit a home run right there, my friend. Thank you for joining us. We really do. What do we do when everybody's offended by everything? You go out and buy a book and then give a book. Buy one for...
Well, some people are just naturally bent to being offended.
That's true.
And you've got to live your life, and you've just got to find joy and fulfillment in everything.
We'll be offended if you don't come back, so stick with us through this break. We'll be right back.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Hey, Craig Silverman here for William Crow Jewelry. This Valentine's Day, give a gift from William Crow. It will be treasured decades after a box of chocolates has been devoured. Flowers are okay, but they too will fade in time. Precious jewelry is an investment which lasts a lifetime. This Valentine's Day, think inside the box, but just make sure the box has William Crow on it. Now, I know men are sometimes nervous buying jewelry. No need to be at William Crow. It is a family atmosphere, a really smart and friendly family. The sales professionals do not work on a commission. You can spend under $100 or several thousand. At William Crow, you can be confident that no matter what the budget, you will get top value for your money, and she'll receive a gift that you will cherish and enjoy for years to come. William Crow's been in Denver for nearly a century with a stellar reputation for integrity. Located in downtown Denver at 16th and Champa, take the light rail or utilize the free validated parking. Find them online at williamcrow.com. This Valentine's Day, give a gift from William Crow Jewelry, making Denver sparkle since 1924.
It's that time of year again. Bring the entire family down to this year's Colorado Garden and Home Show. Hi, everybody. It's Dave Logan. From February 4th through the 12th at the Colorado Convention Center, you'll be able to research, compare, and buy thousands of products and services from hundreds of companies from inside and outside your home. Stroll through an acre of beautiful gardens with 10,000 flowers in bloom. And don't miss the Denver Zoo Entry Garden. For more than 50 years, this event has been Colorado's largest one-stop home and garden marketplace. You'll find information, inspiration, expert presentations, and show-only specials to save big. And don't forget to register to win a $10,000 Woodley's furniture giveaway.
Bilco presents the Colorado Garden and Home Show, sponsored by Dish, February 4th through the 12th at the Colorado Convention Center. Discount tickets now on sale at Tickets West locations at all King Supers. Park at Sports Authority Field at Mile High, Lot C for just $5, and take the free show shuttle. Presented by Belco and sponsored by Dish, in association with the Denver Post, 9 News, Colorado Garden Foundation, and TeamDaveLogan.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question: would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
PhilsGang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. Unlimited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Fairway Independent Mortgage Colorado wants to know, what does owning a home mean to you?
Opening the door to my home for the first time meant a fresh start for me and my children. To me, home ownership means independence. After surviving an abusive marriage and divorce, home ownership empowered us, and we are finally free.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer like Chantel, you're looking to refinance, or are in the market for a bigger home, the team at Fairway Mortgage Colorado is here to help you. Service, speed, and satisfaction is at the forefront of everything they do, meaning you always have someone in your corner to provide you with the best lending options, keeping you updated and on track to your dream home. Take the first step today at fairwaymortgagecolorado.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing lender. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. The pre-qualification is not an approval of credit and does not signify that underwriting requirements have been met. Branch NMLS number 1122559. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate.
Hi, this is Clyde with Windows America. Help us celebrate our 15th year helping Denver homeowners improve their homes. A-plus rating with the BBB, award-winning contractor with Angie's List. There's never been a better time to buy windows. The technology of glass and windows has come so far. Right now, we're giving away a free dinner for two with every qualifying estimate. Call us at 1-877-WINDOWS for your free estimate, or go to our website, windowsam.com. 1-877-WINDOWS, or go to our website, windowsam.com. Come and see us at the Garden and Home Show at
the Colorado Convention Center.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer. Very nice to have you along with us. Maybe you're wrapping up your afternoon, maybe not just yet, but if you are, don't put it off. Whatever you do, you know what you have to do today in order to make the day close properly. Stop procrastinating.
Right, but already, it's the afternoon, it's mid-afternoon, right. Or whatever, at whatever point in the day, you've already decided, you know what, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that later. And I think this is the biggest lie that we convince ourselves of. Sure. And the myth is that there's always time. And yet today is the day we have. Now is all we have. Today, what are we doing? And how do we know if today was productive or not productive? What is your main job description? Did you need to bring in revenue? Did you? Do you need to motivate people or move people forward? Did you? Or did you put it off?
I have been falsely accused as a procrastinator.
Falsely accused as a procrastinator.
But I'd throw that out to see how it was received. I get the things done.
Yeah, when?
Before the deadline.
How far before the deadline?
Well, let's call it at the deadline.
At the deadline. So I get them done at
when
the
it's
deadline.
Necessary.
Most of the time.
It gets done.
Yeah, when it's necessary.
Yes.
And if it doesn't get done in Eric's world, then we don't have to do that because the deadline's come and gone, and now I don't have to do it at all.
All right. So we found Tony Geary wrote an article in Success Magazine called "How to Stop Procrastinating," and we're going to kind of go over some of these points. But it reminds us of something that is kind of funny in our office. We think it's funny. We're going to share it with you. We have kind of unwritten rules, if you will. And one of them is if it's procrastinating, if it's something, if you're acting up, and I'm talking about me because Angel doesn't, we've got a solution. It comes from an old skit. Do you remember Mad TV?
I never watched Mad TV, right. but Bob Newhart's in this.
Bob Newhart is in this sketch, and I wanted to share it with you. So we'll give you the beginning part of this sketch. It's a little long in the beginning, and then we'll kind of cover the points of procrastination along with it. This is not about procrastination, but the sketch is relevant. Here's the clip number one.
Well, I have this fear of being buried alive in a box. I start thinking about being buried alive, and I begin to panic.
Has anyone ever tried to bury you alive in a box?
No, but truly thinking about it does make my life horrible. I mean, I can't go through tunnels or be in an elevator or in a house, anything boxy.
So what you're saying is you're claustrophobic.
Yes, that's it.
All right, well, let's go, Catherine. I'm going to say two words to you right now. I want you to listen to them very, very carefully. Then I want you to take them out of the office with you and incorporate them into your life.
Well, shall I write them down?
Well, if it makes you comfortable, it's just two words. We find most people can remember them.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here they are.
Stop it!
Stop it. When one of us is being ridiculous, we use the phrase, stop it, in the office. Goes back to this fun little Bob Newhart clip. And it is funny. We get these whole ideas. We kind of get on a train wreck and a rant, and we get these ideas. And especially when it comes to procrastinating, right? We think, okay, I can just put it off. I can put it off. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait. And we want to tell you, stop it. Stop it.
All right. So no more procrastinating. If you say, I've tried everything and I can't seem to figure it out. Point number one, if you do nothing, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing. And if you do something, your possibilities are endless, right?
Well, do something. Move forward. Move the dial. Stop putting things off until tomorrow because, again, today is what you have. And this is the challenge when we set goals for ourselves or we have a big project, and maybe we don't break it down into these small steps so we don't see progress, and we see it as this big mountain we have to climb. And, of course, we're going to put it off. And then we're the person running around, freaking out, panicked. Right. And then you bring everybody else into your cyclone of stupidness.
Cyclone of stupidness.
Yes.
Stop it! All right. So here are the thoughts, and then maybe some ideas that we can counter those thoughts with. Thought number one, I can do it tomorrow.
Stop it! Ask yourself, what can I get started on right now that will help me complete this project?
The thought number two, I don't have everything I need, so I'm just going to wait.
Stop it! Ask yourself, what can I do now with what I do have on hand?
I don't have time right now.
Stop it! How about this? What can I do in the next few minutes that will move me toward the result I want? Break it down to the ridiculousness. What can I do right now that's actually making progress?
Yeah, move the needle forward just a little bit. Someone else, like Angel, can do it better.
Stop it! I can do it better, but I want you to learn how.
Wow!
Stop it!
It's a double. And I just don't feel like it right now.
Stop it! Here's the thing. If you just do a couple minutes of it, just get started. Getting started is the hardest part. And that's the piece we put off. But once you get started, you'll set yourself up on a roll. You can even set yourself a timer. I'm going to get started, and I'm going to work on it for this amount of time.
That's right.
And that gives your brain to go, okay, you know what? It's not going to consume my whole day. It's not going to take over all my chatting and game playing and social media time. I'm going to actually get a little bit of work done.
There's none of that going on.
Okay?
Get up early. Create a little momentum. Motivate yourself. Practice production before perfection. We say that a good plan today is much better than a bad plan tomorrow. Here's the end of that clip.
I don't like this. I don't like this therapy at all. You're just telling me to stop it.
And you don't like that?
No, I don't.
So you think we're moving too fast? Is that it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right, then let me give you 10 words that I think will clear everything up for you. You want to get a pad and a pencil for this one?
Right.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here are the 10 words.
Stop it or I'll bury you alive in a box!
We'll be back right after these messages, folks.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raver. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada Denver, breaking business news and smart ideas on how to spend and invest. Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
I'm Tom Busby, CNBC. It was another record-setting day on Wall Street despite a mixed batch of earnings ahead of the opening bell. But the Nasdaq added 8 points, just enough to notch another all-time closing high. The Nasdaq, though, down 36 points on weakness in banking and energy company shares. Late earnings from Lionsgate, the Hollywood studio that missed revenue forecast for last quarter, despite putting out the Oscar favorite, La La Land. Also out Whole Foods, where earnings were in line with forecast, but sales were lower again, and it cut its full-year sales growth forecast. The CEO of Intel met with President Trump today, announcing his firm will invest $7 billion into a mothballed plant it started building in Arizona 5 years ago. Intel says it'll eventually employ 3,000 workers and make the most advanced computer chips ever. And good news about spending. The National Retail Federation predicting annual sales will rise around 4% in 2017. Tom Busby, CNBC.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms: frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. The Senate is heading for a confirmation vote on Jeff Sessions to be the nation's next attorney general, though Democrats continue to slow walk the process. Massachusetts Democratic Senator Edward Markey says there are a number of reasons why he opposes Senator Sessions' confirmation.
I have no confidence that he shares a commitment to justice for all Americans. I do not believe he will fight to defend the most vulnerable in our society. I do not believe he will stand up to President Trump when the time comes, as it surely will come.
While Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn says he expects that as Attorney General, Senator Sessions will adhere to the rule of law.
I believe he will restore the Department of Justice to an institution that believes in and enforces the rule of law above politics.
The Alabama Republican was expected to prevail on a near party line evening vote over nearly unanimous Democratic opposition. The White House says President Trump is justified in picking a fight with Nordstrom.
The president posted a tweet criticizing Nordstrom for ending Ivanka Trump's clothing and accessory line. He called the treatment of his daughter unfair, a sentiment echoed by White House spokesman Sean Spicer.
This is a direct attack on his policies in her name.
However, the department store chain has said it made the decision to drop Ivanka Trump's line based on the brand's performance. Spicer insisted the president was doing what any dad would do.
The president has every right as a father to stand up for them.
Greg Clugston, the White House.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos is trying to mend fences with educators, parents, and activists across the country following a bruising confirmation battle. Addressing Education Department staff members today, DeVos vowed to work with everyone, including her opponents, in ensuring the best education for American children. DeVos is a school choice champion. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 36 points. The NASDAQ rose 8 to another record. The S&P advanced 1.5. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Oh, we got to figure out a way to save energy, babe. Our heating bills are crazy.
See this?
Whoa, what's that? A new remote?
It is. Budget Blinds was here this morning and installed these motorized shades in the kitchen. Come here, watch.
So I just sit here, they open, they close. This is really very cool.
Yeah, Budget Blinds comes in and measures, then they install everything. Oh, you didn't have to lift a finger, right?
Hey, I like that almost as much as the remote, but we were talking about saving energy.
Yes, right. See, the shades are also on a timer.
A timer?
You program the timer to open them in the morning and let the sun in, then close in the evening to keep in the warmth.
Maybe we should do the rest of the house.
What a great idea, honey.
Right now, during Budget Blinds Luxury Within Reach event, motorized window coverings are more affordable than ever. The more you buy, the more you save, with savings up to $2,000. Hurry and call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now before this offer ends, or go online to budgetblinds.com. Don't miss out. Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now. Offer good on select products at participating independently owned and operated franchises. Restrictions may apply. Ask for...
A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. Now there's a brilliant piece of analysis from that well-known economist Yogi Berra. And if you've looked at your 401k lately, you'll know what he's talking about. These days, a nickel still ain't worth a dime. And our new radio station will explain why. Money Talk, 1690 AM, is all about economics and life. From how the turmoil around the world affects your wallet to retirement planning. We'll help you make sense out of it, because we're all about money. Money Talk, 1690 AM. When you've worked with every vacuum brand known for over 6 decades, you learn a thing or two. Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood has been repairing vacuums of all kinds since 1947. They carry over $1 million worth of vacuums and parts, and you can't put a price on the experience. That service has grown to include central vacuums, steamers, lamps, and sewing machines. Want to be impressed? Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood. Want to be blown away? Put them to the test. Find them at andersonsvacuum.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, and a super shout out to all those people who are watching by way of our BeLive.tv live stream on Facebook over at Experience Pros. If you came across this video, we're grateful. If you want to participate in it, you can certainly give us a little shout out. Our friend Michael Hedrick over at South Seas Data saw and heard the shout out that we gave to him and his company by way of the news at the top of the hour and last hour. Where we're talking about that ransomware and things going on over there. Kind of crazy. Wow. Tough situation on that. But we've got some other good stuff in the news, and then I want to ask a question of you, Angel, because I'm confused. Okay, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Did you hear about the recall on the dog food recall today? It's not a joke. No, not a joke. Wheeling-based Avengers hand-packed hunk of beef au jus dog food has
hunk of beef.
It's called hunk of beef au jus. Hunk of beef.
Hunk of beef au jus.
Yeah,
it's a dog food.
It is a dog food. It looks delicious, actually. But they are voluntarily recalling some of this dog food over concerns that it might contain a sedative used to euthanize animals. Several dogs in Washington.
It might contain. We don't know this for sure.
Several dogs in Washington State became sick on New Year's Eve after eating the food. One died, and so they have immediately taken the product off the shelf. If you or your dog are eating Avengers hand-picked hunk of beef au jus dog food, first of all, you have great taste in service to your animals. Second of all, beware of the recall going on.
No
it's a public
kidding.
service.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I look for interesting stories that are out there on the interwebs. And today, custom agents actually found nearly 4,000 pounds of marijuana. Did you see this one? Disguised as limes.
Clever.
Yeah, they were wrapped up in lime shells.
Yeah.
And my computer has completely frozen.
Oh, so don't hide your limes in.
Don't hide your pot in limes.
Right, okay. They are getting cleverer. My husband watches this program on Netflix that's all about the Canadian Border Patrol and some of the things that people do to try to get things they shouldn't take across borders, illegal items, and how they, sometimes they're really clever. They'll package it in like 2 different things and hide it in the baby stroller. That's always really sad. All right. So Eric, here, I have a question for you.
You have a question for me? Okay.
I do. This doesn't seem like a difficult thing in Angel's world.
Okay.
But we host an event.
Yes.
Every month, a networking event that is open to business professionals here in the Colorado area.
Right.
And we've been hosting it for 9 years now.
Okay.
Always on the 3rd Wednesday of the month.
Oh, okay.
For 9 years, it's been on the 3rd Wednesday of the month.
Wednesday, 9 years.
Almost always in the same location.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then we've had to make a location change, but that location change is typically permanent until further notice. So it doesn't move around.
9 years is a pretty good track record of 3rd Wednesday.
3rd Wednesday.
Of every month.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the month of February.
Yes.
When do you think that is? Why did you think it was today, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Okay, so I asked a simple question, and I asked because I thought maybe it was today.
And it isn't just you that has difficulty with it. So, Angel, when is this?
Yeah.
It's the third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday.
Yeah, but when is that?
Yeah. What Wednesday is that? Third Wednesday.
So I pull out my calendar.
Right. Does anybody have one of these?
And these are the questions that. Well, what if the month starts on a Wednesday? Okay.
Count 3.
Third Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, what if the month starts on a Thursday?
Oh no!
And and here's another thing that sometimes happens. We also host an event like on the last Tuesday.
We do on the last
sometimes
Tuesday.
have you ever found
there could be 5.
like the third Tuesday and the second Wednesday kind of fall in the same week or something
but that's
like that.
That's not the question at hand. And so
Still.
the answer to the question that you asked me, why I asked you if today was the day that we were going to host this event, which is obviously for 9 years been on the third Wednesday, was because I saw you put out an email about it, right?
Yes.
Asking for some leadership assistance.
Right. But I actually put the date on there.
You may have. I saw you put out the email about this event today. And then I walked into the break room and I saw you packing the kit that goes with our events. And in my head, I just translated that must be today. The minute I said the words out loud, I corrected myself because I know this is not the third Wednesday.
Because of the look on my face, you're like,
it
ooh, that's
wasn't
not
about
today.
the look on your face, although that was a contributing factor. But it was, I put it out there and I thought, oh no, this is the second Wednesday. I know that. It was one of those things. You just had to say it out loud. But so folks, calendar 101, if you have a calendar, count the Wednesdays. That's all.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, but this is a legitimate question.
Sure.
Why is it hard? And so I pulled up my calendar to try to figure out where are some of the confusion. And I suppose if you have a week that starts on a Tuesday or a month that starts on a Tuesday,
yeah,
and or on a third, it looks like a full week is in there,
yeah,
maybe. And maybe you count it because it was on the third week.
Because we don't know how to count the Wednesdays in a month that doesn't start on a Wednesday.
I set it up. And so then, and this was when we were still doing paper calendars in Angel's World, and I could still figure this out. But now with all the electronic calendars, and you put something in as a recurring event, you can tell it
right.
Third Wednesday,
sure.
Second Tuesday, fourth Thursday. You can it gets even better.
This is amazing to me because I had no solution for this, but
what happens?
Angel knows.
If the event is on, say, the last Thursday of the month,
which could be the 4th or the 5th.
Could be the 4th or the 5th, right? There might be 5 of them in a month,
right?
And so that one moves around.
Well, then
What then do you do? You put it in the calendar as a recurring event, and if it happens to fall on the 5th Thursday of the month,
right,
your calendar will say, do you want this on the 4th or the last? It will ask you, and you get to tell it. So it will even move it around in your calendar. This is just for years. People have struggled with figuring this out of how do I and where do I know? I know they're not putting it in their calendar. They all need reminders. And I always think it's really funny when people say, hey, can you send me a reminder?
Right.
No, your calendar will send you a reminder. Be a grown-up. This is adulting, where we're responsible for our own appointments.
Just to recap, and maybe I can bring some more news here. The third Wednesday is the one after the second Wednesday, and that one comes after the first Wednesday of any given month, always. That's it.
Did you say something I didn't say?
No.
Did you just say it better?
I recapped.
Oh, you recapped.
Yes, that was a recap.
Oh.
It's the one before the 4th Wednesday.
If you say so.
Yes, ma'am. It's on your calendar.
Bring us some news.
I would love to, but I am having amazingly difficult time over here. As soon as I say I've got it, my web browser crashes once again, and it tells me that I don't have it. So, there's in Arizona, there was a space capsule that was like on the side of the road, on the freeway, or you're driving down the road, and there was this space capsule just out there. It's not really a space capsule. It's an art project. So if you're driving down the road in Arizona right now and you want to know,
are people stopping and taking pictures?
Everybody's
and
causing great
concerned?
traffic jams and so on.
And why isn't the news all over
An
this?
artist got creative near Casa Grande and turned a cement truck mixer bowl, right, into a space capsule.
It looks like a space
like
capsule.
a drum. It turned
And it
into a
looks
space
like
capsule.
it just fell out of the sky, like and landed there.
Yeah.
And people are worried. I'd
Right.
be worried. Would
So
you
don't-
stop?
Of course I would. I'd stop to get a picture for sure. Well, I don't think people are in it, but maybe. I don't know. It's odd.
Would you do a selfie with the space capsule?
I don't think I would do a selfie with the space capsule. No,
Would you take a picture while driving down the road?
I would. I would instruct you to take a
For
picture
shame.
while we were driving down the
For
road.
shame. Busted.
All right. Well, during the commercial break, I'm going to see if I can't maybe get rid of all the problems happening on my computer screen. I hope this is still going out over the Facebook Live. We appreciate you for watching and participating and letting us know that you can hear it. And that's your cue. Let us know if you can hear this. In the meantime, we do have to take a quick commercial break.
They can't let you know that they couldn't hear it.
Don't confuse me with logic. When is the third Wednesday? That's what I want to know. We'll be back right after these messages. You listen to Angel and Eric. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. How would you like to pay less than $100 for an entire year's worth of oil changes? Check out ExperienceProsDeals.com because for a limited time only, Pride Auto Care is offering a full year of premium oil changes and tire rotation for 50% off. That's right, a whole year of oil changes and tire rotations for 50% off, less than $100. Pride Auto Care has convenient locations in Parker, Centennial, and Littleton. Colorado family owned and operated for over 25 years. Honest service and happy customers. They take pride in your ride. Check out ExperienceProsDeals.com and click on Pride Auto Care, where you can get a full year of oil changes and tire rotation for only $85. That includes 5 quarts of premium synthetic blend motor oil filter, lube, tire rotation, and complete maintenance. Oil changes for a whole year at 50% off. Brought to you by Pride Auto Care. Visit ExperienceProsDeals.com today while supplies last.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. Right, Todd?
Of course, Dad. With our unique cabinet resurfacing, they'll get that beautiful new kitchen, and without the mess and expense of replacement, and in a shorter time, too.
Boy, you've got that right, Todd. But if an all-new kitchen is on their wish list, we'll build it from the bottom up, first rate all the way. And let's not forget that very special room, the bath. What about that?
Well, hey, turning leaky, moldy, smelly baths into awesome rooms, that's what we do. Whether it's a tub-to-shower conversion or a whole new 5-piece bath, our family business will make it special, just like we've done for decades.
Okay, Todd. So, folks, give us a call and see what our family can do for your family. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DoneRightKitchens.com.
Hi, this is Hugh Hewitt for Granite Transformation. If it's time to redo your kitchen and your bath, this is a product you really have to see to believe. Beautiful granite, mosaic, or recycled glass countertops measured and cut to fit right over your existing countertop so there's no messy tear out of your old counters. These are heat and stain resistant. They never need sealing, but most importantly, they are affordable and can be installed in most cases in just one day. So give Todd Dutton and the staff at Granite Transformation a chance to earn your business. Call them today at 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. I'm sure you'll be as impressed as I was. I've met Todd, so make sure you tell him that I told you to call and receive a free stainless steel sink and save an additional 10% just by stopping by their showroom. Let Todd and the folks at Granite Transformation save you time, money, and headaches. Call today at 303-420-8920. That's 303-420-8920. One of the great things I took away from my time in Colorado is a friendship with Todd. Make him your friend as well. Call 303-420-8920.
This is Dan Caplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dancapluslaw.com. That's dancapluslaw.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page and we'll interact with you live on the show.
We'll interact with you live on the show. Thank you so much for joining us back again on the Experience Pros Radio Show. I just want to show you something here. This I'm showing to the video camera for those who are watching us on the live feed. But it is a salad. Yes, a chicken salad with balsamic vinaigrette is my lunch today.
Did you see the meme that went around that said, for breakfast, egg whites and avocado, for lunch, they had chicken with vegetables, and for dinner, and then 10 o'clock at night, 12 Oreos and a tub of ice cream.
I haven't seen it, but that sounds familiar.
All right. So this weekend, we all got to watch Tom Brady and the Patriots go back from a 25-point
deficit,
right? And something nobody else has ever done. They say Tom Brady, he's been in 7 Super Bowls, something nobody else has ever done. He's won 5 Super Bowls, something nobody else has ever done. 25, the most point deficit that has ever been achieved in a Super Bowl was 10 points. He came back from 25 points.
Right.
So what is he doing off the field that is actually creating so much amazement?
He's married
right?
to Gisele Bündchen.
Well, there is that. But according to our guest, that his eating habits is probably a big part of his success on the field. But of course, his eating habits are a little interesting, making lots of headlines. He said the typical diet fads are included in healthy living, right? No white flour, no white sugar, no MSG. But is it recommended that 80% of our diet be organic vegetables? Dr. Pavan Grover, he's an expert in...
Hey, Angel, how are you?
I'm good. I am good. So you take care of high-end athletes, and you're going to talk about Tom Brady's diet and whether or not we should all be adopting this unconventional eating. Thanks so much for being with us.
Well, hey, before we get started, I get that confused too, Wednesday of every third month, so I want to know where I can order my Angel World calendar.
Seriously.
800
Seriously. God bless you.
Seriously, really.
I'm gonna have to put that as dates on the calendar. This is the third Wednesday, the second Wednesday. Forget about numbers anymore.
Me and Eric are technically challenged, so
Right.
Well, I appreciate the feedback. All right, so tell me, what is Tom Brady's diet? What does that consist of?
So, in these athletes, what you have to realize is that they eat and they exercise and train for a very specific outcome. So, with Brady, he's 39, which is apparently old by football standards. As I get older, that's young to me, but that's a different story. And so first thing he does that we can actually learn from a lot is that he takes 80% vegetables, but the key is you can vary the vegetables. You don't have to match exactly what Brady does, but the organic part, it's a big question. Like, you hear of you eat organic or you don't eat organic. It's not really what people don't know. It's not really if you have the same vitamins in organic, it's the pesticides, the preservatives, and the hormones that are put in our food. So we're getting so much estrogen.
All right.
But we don't realize that we're getting that much, and that has a big negative effect. So eating organic is not just a matter of vitamins. It's, the definition of organic, they don't add any of these pesticides. For women, that increased estrogen causes breast cancer, and men, it has a very negative effect.
I did not know about estrogen.
I got to ask you a question, Dr. Grover.
Yeah.
Did you say estrogen in the vegetables?
Yes, well, what they do is estrogen in the pesticides.
In the pesticides?
There's estrogen, yep, in the pesticides. There's a lot of chemicals that are put in to preserve, both vegetables and in the meat especially. A lot of times they'll feed hormones to the chickens and to the animals to feed them up. And it's such a problem to just in China, for example, they, do a lot of hormones in their diets. Little girls are getting, for example, puberty at, 8. And
I thought that was in the milk and not so much in our pesticides.
No, it's not pesticides. It's in the especially if you look at we go to the grocery store and you'll see a lot of it is hormone fed. Unless they say that it's grass fed, that you can assume that there's they put a lot of they put the hormones in the animals to make them fatter. For increased production. So, our body is just getting a lot of that. So, I believe we should avoid non-organic, for that very reason.
Okay, so I got another question for you. If we avoid non-organic and we go like Tom Brady with 80% vegetables, are you concerned about the low protein amount, or can I get the protein value that I need from certain vegetables like soy and so on?
Yeah, so it depends on, first of all, your age, right? If you're a younger athlete, your protein requirements are higher, somewhere, above 15% to 20% of your diet should be protein because you're growing, so you need a lot more protein.
What if I'm a middle-aged radio show host?
Well, it depends on what your goal is. I mean, certainly we want, more protein. What you have to realize what Brady is going for is if you notice, he's not like a heavier quarterback that we've seen in the past. He actually kind of looks like a GQ model, right? He's very thin. Yeah. He does that on purpose so that he's quick, he's fast, and then, like the plant diet kind of really helps his joints. So that really what kicked in on the Super Bowl. Like at the really end, he just kind of got fired up.
Yeah.
And so it's part of his training because he trains his muscles actually so that it's soft and it's elongated, right? Which is sometimes a little different. A lot of times people will build up a lot of muscle and sometimes they can shorten it. So you can basically tailor what you want in terms of answering your question, Eric. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to get more muscle mass, you can really adjust the protein levels to what the desired result is.
Like Tom, I want Giselle.
Right. Dr. Grover, I have a girlfriend. We just had some ice happen, a big ice storm here in Colorado, and she fell down. She broke her leg in 3 places. And now I'm freaked out about calcium and bone density. Does a high vegetable diet help protect? I mean, especially as we're getting older, I'm going to break a hip someday.
No, that's a good question, Eric. He takes, Tom doesn't take any dairy products, right? And, for children, you need more dairy products because your bones are growing and, certainly we need that. So I wouldn't necessarily, be strict on the dairy because we do need that vitamin D. We all have kind of a vitamin D deficiency as we get older. I think that's because we are inside a lot and we get exposed to the sun. So almost everybody as they get older has a vitamin D. So I would take more dairy for your girlfriend if she's got some bone things. I mean, I would make sure that her vitamin D level is normal and that she takes some calcium to help build those bones. And the other thing that Brady does is also interesting. He doesn't take sugar. And that actually, sugar causes a lot of problems because when you take sugar, just to go through it quickly, your body tries to bring that sugar down so that you don't go into a coma. And then after a while, your organs get like fatigued from that insulin. And then everything goes kind of out of whack. And then the body can't keep up. And then that leads to diabetes and all sorts of things. So there's some good things that he does, but he's doing some other things that we don't have to follow exactly because where goals are a little different.
All right, Dr. Grover, how do people stay in touch with you and follow you? Because this is really fascinating.
Well, actually, I may have my website.
Please go ahead and give that. We've got about 10 seconds left.
It's innovaspine.net.
Novaspine.net. Yeah. Dr. Pavan Grover, thank you so much for joining us. Gosh, we really appreciate you.
Yeah, pleasure to talk to you guys.
I'm going to go keep eating my garbanzo beans on my salad.
You're not going to get Giselle that way. Okay.
We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Now says top executives and even its CEO will not get bonuses for last year. Meantime, city leaders in Seattle ending all business ties and investments with Wells Fargo Bank because of its role as a lender to that controversial Dakota Access oil pipeline. On Wall Street, a mixed batch of earnings ahead of the opening bell today, leading to a mixed close for the major averages. The Dow down 36 points, with bank shares falling slightly. The Nasdaq, though, up by 8, just enough to notch another record closing high. Late earnings from Hollywood's Lionsgate studio, which missed revenue forecast for last quarter. That's despite releasing the Oscar favorite La La Land. And oil prices up 17 cents a barrel today, despite a massive build in U.S. crude stockpiles this week. 14 million barrels, the second most on record. Tom Busby, CNBC.
Business never takes a break. Neither do we. So, take Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM with you with our brand new mobile app. Stay up to the minute with breaking news, market strategies, current trends, and more wherever you are. With live streaming, listen to your favorite Money Talk shows whenever you want, on demand. It's like a personal advisor in your pocket. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Download the brand new Money Talk app on iTunes or the Google Play Store, or at moneytalk1690.com.
Take advantage of Carpet Mill Outlet's Garden and Home Show sale this week. Save up to 50% off MSRP on our incredible flooring at the Garden and Home Show. And make sure to stop by booth number 701 and register for the Lucky 5 giveaway, where 5 lucky customers will win $1,000 off their purchase of $2,000 or more of our incredible flooring. Must install in March. And Carpet Mill Outlet is offering 0 down and no interest for 12 months financing for those who qualify. Carpet Mill Outlet stores have been Colorado owned and operated since 1974, offering the best selection and prices on all types of flooring. Is your carpet old and dirty? Then now is your chance to update with new carpet or hardwood floors and 50% off MSRP at the Garden and Home Show. Visit CarpetMillOutletStores.com to find your nearest Carpet Mill Outlet location with 11 Front Range locations. There's one conveniently located near you. Take advantage of these incredible savings. See you at booth 701 at the Garden and Home Show. That's CarpetMillOutletStores.com.
Hey, Craig Silverman here for William Crow Jewelry. This Valentine's Day, give a gift from William Crow. It will be treasured decades after a box of chocolates has been devoured. Flowers are okay, but they too will fade in time. Precious jewelry is an investment which lasts a lifetime. This Valentine's Day, think inside the box, but just make sure the box has William Crow on it. Now, I know men are sometimes nervous buying jewelry. No need to be at William Crow. It is a family atmosphere, a really smart and friendly family. The sales professionals do not work on a commission. You can spend under $100 or several thousand. At William Crow, you can be confident that no matter what the budget, you will get top value for your money, and she'll receive a gift that you will cherish and enjoy for years to come. William Crow's been in Denver for nearly a century with a stellar reputation for integrity. Located in downtown Denver at 16th and Champa, take the light rail or utilize the free validated parking. Find them online at WilliamCrow.com. This Valentine's Day, give a gift from William Crow Jewelry, making Denver sparkle since 1924.
I can't say that.
But we can.
I know I shouldn't burn a bridge, but I just have to give her a piece of my mind.
And we can help. Sometimes you just can't write the words you want to say or find the right words to express your feelings. But we can. We are the right words, the people who help turn your thoughts into words so you can speak your mind. And we do it for just $4.99 per request. We help you when you need to be tough. We help you when you need to be tender. We write poetry and limericks. We help when it's time to tell someone to take a hike or tell a special friend how much they mean to you. So, too shy to ask that special person out? Try us. We're good at that. We're good at toasts, obituaries, love, hate, revenge, and laughter. We're the right words, bringing you the words for any occasion that make saying the hardest things easier. Learn more at therightwords250.com. That's right as in W-R-I-T-E. therightwords250.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/therightseat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. We are very thankful for those who are participating and following us on the live stream, the BeLive.tv live stream that we do on our Facebook page. And we just had one of our listeners ask a question that many of you may be asking as well. You might have picked up the fact that we started a second radio show on our sister station here in the Denver area. And it starts immediately after this broadcast ends.
Not immediately. We have 6 minutes.
Yes. We do have 6 minutes to make the trek with our computers and cameras and everything else over to the other studio for 94.7 KRKS. And they wanted to know if he said, Tom says that he loves watching the show and participating in this format. Are we broadcasting it by video as well for that program? And the answer is yes, Tom. We are. So you can check out and like the page over at 94.7 KRKS Radio on Facebook. It's the one with the big blue background on the cover. Have you met our friends Michael and Bruce? Michael Wallace and Bruce Paterka are a couple of great guys that we are very closely associated with. They're Peak Advisors. That's the name of their business, Peak Advisors. And they are certified QuickBooks Pro Advisors. They are so smart when it comes to making your QuickBooks work for you and make it become more productive for you, such to the point where your software actually helps you turn a profit. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
You think there's only, I've got to go out and sell. But if you're not tracking what's going on financially in your business,
right,
it can actually be costing you.
Michael and Bruce both are CFOs, so they're chief financial officers. They know how to run a business. They know the ins, the outs, the money part of that business, and they can help you tune up your software to the point where it'll work for you. So we encourage you to connect with them. Their phone number is 303-801-4772, 303-801-4772, or you just go online right now at peak2017.com. That's PEAK 2017.com. The minute you go there, they're going to know that we sent you, and just ask them. Eric and Angel said you could maybe help me turn a profit with this piece of software here, and the conversation is going to be free. Just give them a call and let them know what's going on, and they'll see if they can help you.
They absolutely will. PEAK 2017.com. Peak Advisors is the name of the company. And he comes in every week and does a QuickBooks Minute.
Right.
He gives us some updated tips, all of that fun stuff. And so check them out. Keep you out of trouble, too.
Yes. So speaking of keeping you out of trouble, how would you like to invest in your business and cut your taxes?
Yes, please.
All right. Well,
I mean, they're kind of a given. They kind of go hand in hand. The nice thing about how the tax code was written is it was written for business owners.
Right.
Period. If you own a business, you are a business owner. Doesn't matter if that business has one person or 1 million people.
Correct.
The tax code was written for business owners. And so the best way to reduce your tax burden is to open up and run your own business.
It really is. And once you've got it established, over at allbusiness.com, the Young Entrepreneur Council, and I'm so impressed with our young entrepreneurs here in America. There's a couple of them who've got together and put together some notes on great ways to invest in your business and also slash taxes, because how you spend your money is as important as whether or not you have any.
Absolutely. And so one of the first things you can do to invest in your business and reduce your tax basis is get new business equipment, right? Are your employees using outdated desktop computers? Is your office in desperate need of faster print speeds, better quality printing? Use any extra cash to reduce your tax basis by investing in legitimate expenses such as replacing outdated equipment. Now, you depreciate the equipment, but you'll get the immediate tax benefits, and your accountant does all that fun stuff for you.
And that's a good thing. Here's another topic that comes up, and that's retirement. right? You don't normally think about this, but retirement is rarely focused on enough. And any extra cash that your business has can be put into vehicles that will help you reduce your tax basis and be more prepared for retirement, no matter how far off it is.
Right. But you've got to be careful about which, when your retirement and when you think about your retirement, that's you invest in that for reducing your tax basis, but you don't want to write off your life insurance benefits and take a tax deduction on your life insurance benefits.
Well said. Get a professional to walk you through this. But that's another facet for which you can invest in your business and at the same time cut your taxes.
Right. Personal development and special marketing projects. I went to Darren Hardy actually came to Phoenix for the Vision is Victory event this last year. And one of the things he talks about is investing 10%. He says, Jim Rohn said if you invest 10% or for every dollar you invest in personal development, you'll get $3 back. And so he's made it a point to invest 10% of his revenue back into personal development. And of course, in the beginning, when you make $1,000, it's easy to spend $100 on personal development. And as your business grows, he's now pretty superstitious about it. And it has gotten to a place where he couldn't really spend $10,000 on personal development.
As he was making $100,000.
Right.
Yeah.
But he could now invest in personal development for his team and
That's
still
right.
spend that money. And so use a portion of it to invest in personal development, either for yourself and your leadership team. And you think about what you're going to get and how valuable that is. And it's all a tax write-off.
Yeah.
And of course, every dollar you invest in personal development should come back to you threefold.
Here's another one, and it's an interesting topic because it goes along with that. Invest in your business. Now, think about this for a minute. Great companies like Salesforce or Amazon, they invest all their extra cash right back into the business activities, sales, marketing, research, development. They're all designed to fuel that future growth, and therefore they tend not to show large profits.
Well, our tax guy, he says, as long as you're growing your business,
You're spending money.
You're spending money.
Yeah.
Because you are reinvesting the profits back into. And so it does reduce your tax burden.
But keep in mind, as you reduce your tax burden, should you want something like, to go buy a home or buy a building for the business or whatever that may be, you may discover that you are not qualified because you have taken all the deductions that you are legally entitled. But it's not always, again, get with a tax strategist and business tax strategist.
Where if you have a strategy, a plan, a vision for what you're doing, 1 year, 3 years from now, if buying property is one of those, you're going to want to see a level of income. And if you've written everything off to the point where it looks like you're bringing in $1.70, you're not going to qualify for much when it comes to borrowing
Happened to
money.
me when I was a young entrepreneur and I wanted to buy a home. I was unable to do so because it showed that my bottom line on my taxes was I made enough for a shoebox, not an actual house.
It has stopped my husband and I from refinancing.
Yeah.
In many cases, because we've taken all the tax deductions possible, and it does now look like we don't make any money. How could we possibly live? So again, work with your professionals, get your system and your vision and your strategy in place. Kind of like Dr. Grover was just talking about. What do you need to eat in your diet? Well, it depends on what your goal is. And that changes what you need to eat in your diet. How much do you need to write off on your taxes? Well, it depends on what your goal is.
Right.
And so for everybody, it's different. And you can't take advice from the internet and just figure that it's one size fits all. This is where your professionals and that team that you've surrounded yourself with is helping you hit those goals down the road. Another way that you can invest in your business and / your taxes is splurge on your employees.
Absolutely. Thank them for their hard work throughout the year. Give out gift cards, cash, personal presents, and whatnot. Now, there are rules.
There are rules.
You got to follow the rules.
There are rules, but it gets really interesting. But you can actually, and there's dollar amounts attached to it. So you could have, and I think and don't quote me on this, but it's like a $500 where you can give to them for their personal development.
Right.
Or anyways, get with your people.
Yeah, gifts are limited. You got to have a professional help you through this. We're just giving you the feedback this comes out. And here's the last one. Way to invest in your business / taxes is if you're a business that operates at a local scale, donating to charity and participating in local organizations throughout the year are great ways to engage your company in great deeds that help the community, and they're tax deductible because they tend to go to charitable organizations, nonprofits, and the such. All right. Well, there you have it. That's the tips to help you invest and / taxes at the same time. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate, weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate, weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We are a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551. 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
If you or someone you love is suffering from hearing loss, please stay tuned for a special free offer from the makers of a revolutionary hearing breakthrough called Listen Clear. Listen Clear is precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit the ear almost invisibly, and it can be adjusted to find the perfect way to hear everything in every listening environment. Right now, we're offering absolutely free in-home trials to everyone who calls now. 1-800-700-0148. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also receive free shipping and free batteries for life. Listen Clear is lightweight and practically invisible, so people won't notice when you're wearing it. So again, if you or someone you love is suffering from hearing loss, please give them or yourself this life-changing 100% free in-home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-700-0148. That's 1-800-700-0148. 1-800-700-0148.
Are you a business owner who needs working capital fast? Are you frustrated with the long approval process of banks? Then you need to call the small business owner's friend, Fast and Easy Funds. Even if you've been turned down by other lenders, Fast and Easy Funds can help. Unlike banks, we look at your business cash flow, not just your credit score. So even if you have poor credit, Fast and Easy Funds can get you approved the same day for up to $1 million. Right now, we're offering our lowest rates ever with no pre-payoff penalties and full 3-year term loans with rates as low as 9.9%. So if your business needs working capital for any reason, call or visit us at fastandeasyfunds.com today to get the funding you need fast. You only have to be in business for 1 year to qualify. No hassle. A simple application that takes only minutes and funding in as little as 24 hours. That's Fast and Easy Funds. Let our money work for you. Go to fastandeasyfunds.com or call 800-491-3125. That's 800-491-3125. 800-491-3125.
You buy a vacuum, you expect it to work. You purchase a lamp, you want it to turn on and off. And when they don't, turn to Anderson's Vacuum. Since 1947, Anderson's Vacuum has been repairing all major brands of vacuums, air purifiers, lamps, even sewing machines. And they provide warranty repair for many major brands. When you know how things work, you know how to fix them. You can rely on 6 decades of experience at Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood. Details online at andersonsvacuum.com.
Hi,
Hi, this is Willie Dan with Stanford Funding. Are you paying too much for your mortgage? Call Stanford Funding now at 303-458-8200 and start your 2017 off with a bang, and let Stanford Funding lower your monthly payment or get you into that new home of your dreams, as rates are still near historic lows. Home values have gone up significantly in the last 3 years, so now would be a great time to get into a lower payment, get cash out to pay off credit cards, pay off a second mortgage, or fix that arm that started moving up on you. Call Stanford Funding now at 303-458-8200 and let us get your 2017 started off with a bang. Stanford Funding is a local Colorado company serving the Colorado market for the last 17 years. We can get you a full underwriting approval within 24 hours. Call Stanford Funding now and get a free rate quote at 303-458-8200 or apply online at stanfordfunding.com, and stop paying those high payments when you deserve so much more.
NMLS 306720. Credit score 660. Loan to value 90%. Licensed by the Division of Real Estate.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Did you hear that? The singer. Woo!
I heard the little woo.
A little woo.
Yeah.
Love that. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show's Positive Business Talk. That's what we do around here. And I came across an article in Inc.com. Jeff Hayden is positive that there is a mistake that many people are making. In fact, he calls it the worst hiring mistake that you can make ever, and it's made thousands of times every day.
Right? Not only is it the worst hiring mistake, it's the worst sales mistake. Yep. It is the worst marketing mistake. It is the worst relationship building mistake. And it happens all day, every day.
All right, so let's set the scene. Jeff says, when I was 20 years old and saw a job listing in a local paper, a small radio station was looking for a weekend DJ. Though my radio experience to that point consisted of struggling through one news break from my college radio station, I applied. That's what Jeff Hayden says. Even got an interview. Sweet. Sent a follow-up note, waited to hear back. And I waited, and I waited, and I never heard back.
You never heard back?
That's what he says.
Never even heard that we didn't hire you? Yeah. I know this is one of the things I think is super important is following up, getting back to people. Though I'll tell you, my son had a job that he worked for a company who he had been working full time, but then the season kind of got slow. So they kind of scaled him back.
Yeah.
And then he was working, kind of on an as needed basis.
Right.
And, but they would call him and say, whether or not I needed you. But then the phone calls
stopped coming.
Kind of stopped coming. And then, it had been kind of weeks and he just never heard back.
Jeff Hayden says this. He says, there are big mistakes in business, but they all pale in comparison to this. Failing to follow up with and provide closure to every person who either applies for a job, works for you, is married to you, any of it, right? Failing to follow
closure.
up.
We need closure. We need to know what the next step is. If I sent you something, did you do
How could you possibly have somebody on the payroll and then just decide never to call them back?
But we do this all the time. I had coffee with a gal this morning. She's an angel. I listened to your show. Love what you guys talk about, sending thank you notes and follow up.
Yeah.
She says, I've never sent somebody a thank you for like a one-on-one.
Oh.
She goes, I've never gotten one either. And you don't need to. No. You don't have to be sending thank you cards and note cards for every interaction and everything that you do. But if somebody has applied to work for you,
right, and
you decide to go another direction, could you let them know they are waiting there with bated breath? They're trying to decide, do I even go, especially if I've had an interview and I think it went well, do I apply for something else? So now in the meantime, so not only have you crushed their spirit and then they're waiting, but you've even delayed them going out to finding another opportunity.
So true. Jeff Hayden, the guy who wrote this article, says that was 35 years ago. I remember as if it were yesterday, and he's still frustrated by that. So he says, why is failing to follow up with job seekers such a major mistake? And you can substitute job seekers for any of the other people in your life. Number one, failing to follow up is incredibly rude. So say you pay me a compliment, instead of saying thank you, I just turn and walk away. You'd be a little upset, right?
Absolutely.
Well, why then, when a person pays your business the highest compliment of all, saying they want to work for you, would you not follow up with them, even if the answer is no?
Especially if the answer is no, so that they can move on and still think highly of your company.
Yep.
You know, we don't have to be known as, the rude people that never called you back and never followed up.
That's right.
You know, now when you know somebody else is applying to work there, you now kind of, what do you think? Should I apply? And you're like, well, sure.
But I wouldn't,
all right,
because you'll never hear back.
Failing to follow up hurts your business.
Ouch.
You know, here's the thing is that when we're setting up where we go, our brand follows.
True.
So if you're not following up, if you're not letting people know, it impacts the way that people perceive your company. And of course, you'll never know if they could even be possible referral partners down the road, even future customers. You're having this impact on your business, and it hurts.
Really does. And this is the final point. We'll wrap up with this. Following up is the right thing to do. And you should always try to do the right thing.
How about that? Let's try to do the right thing. And this can be an automated part of your follow-up system, of your hiring system, whether you do it automatically or manually, whether it's a phone call, an email, or a note in the mail.
Just determine how you're going to close the loop with that person who either responds to your call or applies to your job.
Right. Yeah, and this falls through even in any sales follow-up, and any interaction that you have. Give the other person closure. If there's something hanging in the loop, like if you were going to run into them, and here's your litmus test. If you were going to run into them in the elevator, would you feel the need to apologize? I'm sorry, I never got back to you, or I didn't follow up, or could you continue the conversation in another way? And if there's something that you have unfinished business with, finish it.
Finish it. That's exactly right. And I lived this. I failed to follow up with somebody, and earlier this week, I months later had to apologize. And it happens. So we're not wagging the finger and saying bad you. We own it too, and we all have to deal with that. Good stuff all the way around, and I think that we can do this. Back to the comment that you said. I've never sent a follow-up note card or a handwritten note card, thank you note for somebody who's had a one-on-one, but similarly, I've never received one. What if?
It wasn't a complaint. It was just an observation.
But my question is, how much more business, relationship, quality, dollars in the bank could you do, be, and have if maybe you took that extra step? I mean, sure, it's easy. You don't have to. No, nobody does. But what would it look like? What if you did?
Yes, you'll only have to do it to figure it out.
I think so. That's it. All right. Well, on that note, I guess it's been fun. We've had time flies when we're having fun. Yeah.
Well, and when we only do 2 hours,
it flies that way as well. We've got 2 more hours ahead over on our sister station, 94.7 KRKS. If you want to join us, that's on the FM dial. And until tomorrow, Eric and Angel here at the Experience Pros, thanking our step-in producer, Don Apodaca. We appreciate him. He's a fantastic producer as well. We'll be back again tomorrow to do this Positive Business Talk.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk. This is